Who pays on a first date?
Who pays?
Who pays on the first date?
The young girl's getting their back blown out. She getting some salami. She's smuggling salami.
That's not true. That's true.
There used to be a time that fairy tales were true. Welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that notifications button so you can get the videos as soon as I put them out. If you're looking for the music to the intro and you want the link to the second channel, both are below in the description. But can you do me a favor, hit the notifications button right now. All right, guys, I got about 5 videos for you today. The first video is going to be Coach Greg Adams breaking down the low testosterone rates inside of men now and how the dynamics between men and women have changed. The next video is going to be 50 Cent, who's going to be breaking down who pays for dates whenever it comes down to men and women dating. And then we have the third video is going to be women saying that there's not enough BMs who are qualified to even be in a relationship. And this will be one that I want both men and women to watch. Then we have Kevin Samuels will be breaking down why the women are responsible in the relationship on how men turn out. Because they're the ones that give birth and they're the ones that's raising them. So if the child is not being raised to be a real man, we have to put the blame onto the women because the women are doing all the raising. And then we have this video at the end where a man is just trying to help a woman out and let her know that something may be going wrong with her car, but she thinks that the guy is trying to hit on her, and then things change. We will be reacting to that video. But the first video that we are going to react to is going to be Coach Greg Adams. And if you haven't subscribed to Coach Greg Adams' channel by now, if you ask me, this is one of the best ones right now in the manosphere. He goes live twice a day. And whenever it comes to knowledge, he has the top knowledge and he has the receipts. This is my #1 guy. If you've been subscribed to me for years now, then you know this is the guy that I tried to emulate my channel on, but I ended up going in a different direction along this path. Let's get to it.
16, sitting in men today, lowest testosterone rate for men in their 30s, lowest. Young boys in Generation Z and millennials walking around here, they don't care about women. The highest virginity rate ever for men under 30. Not the women though. The young girl's getting their back blown out. She getting some salami. She's smuggling salami. The boys are not. The girls are monetized now. They can go selfie pictures on the internet. 16, sitting in their bedroom, snap, sending them to dirty old men. Then they go on the OnlyFans, seeking arrangements, blah, 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 this and that. Yo, as a young boy, how did you get that girl?
He's absolutely right. See, the dating dynamics have been pulled in different directions because it's almost like the DNA of people have been changed. He's right. Men are at a low time testosterone, and it has to deal with a lot of microwave food, believe it or not. It has to deal with a lot of junk food, believe it or not. It has to deal with what you're putting inside of your body that's causing that to react. My suggestion for a lot of young guys right now is go get some testosterone boosters. Now, if you are a guy who has a little bit of money, you can actually go and get testosterone subscribed to you. And the moment you start to get your testosterone levels to go back up, you will be less responsive to things because you will have your alphaness back. A lot of you are going to need to do that so you can biologically have the strength that it takes for you to be tough. A lot of what we're teaching you here gives you a psychological toughness, but you're going to need a physical toughness in order for you to survive in real life. Next video is going to be 50 Cent breaking down who pays for dinner whenever you go on a date. Let's get to it.
Who pays on a first date?
Who pays?
Who pays on the first date?
Whoever I did was to go on the date.
And 50 Cent is right. 50 Cent is absolutely right. And the reason why I played that is because this is what I want you guys to always think about. Whenever you're getting ready to take a woman out, most of you make the fatal mistake of asking her where she wants to go, what she wants to do. She's going to always aim for the moon. And if she missed, she hoping that she's still amongst those stars. That's what you don't want to do, because if she wants to start getting expensive, then she needs to start paying for it. That's what you guys have to understand, is that when it comes down to dating, if you're inviting a woman to go out, you need to be prepared to pay for that date. That's simple. If you make the mistake of asking her where she want to go, it's still the same as asking her if she want to go on a date. So if she names an expensive restaurant and you're okay with that, you have to pay. I'm sorry. That's how the game go. Why? Because you did the inviting. This is something small that you guys have to pay attention to, because these small little things turn into bigger problems. Next video, we're going to have a group of BMs that are going to be telling a group of B-dubs, my bad, that would be telling a group of BMs that there's not enough BMs who are qualified for B-dubs. Let's get to it.
You're saying that there isn't enough qualified black men, apparently, is what y'all saying, right?
Right.
Black
and that's
men
for many reasons.
can also say there's not enough qualified black
Oh,
women.
that's not true.
Yeah,
That's
that's true. That's not true. I don't know which one. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
not true.
there
I mean,
seems to be a
there's a lot
disconnect.
of other
I already know what she's about to say. She's gonna say that's not true because she's gonna say black women have education and money. Men do not care. We keep telling y'all that. Y'all
Oh,
that's another
Why
thing.
Why
don't
y'all
you
don't care?
care
Y'all
about
can't
that?
live on your
Men-
own.
Yeah.
And he's right. He's right. This is the mistake that a lot of women are making. You know what makes you a qualified woman is if you're not combative, if you can actually pair bond with a man. Most women that have to go work and become successful, you have to take on a dominant trait in order for you to be successful. Why? Because no one gains success being nice. It's that simple. You cannot gain success being nice. You cannot be a business owner being nice. So women have to take on this trait. Being that they want to be more dominant, they want a higher status, they lose the qualities of what a man really wants in a relationship. You have plenty of guys out here who have good jobs, who are really good gentlemen, and who deserve a good woman, but there's not enough good women running around because every girl wants the image of a thought box because the thought box get attention. That's where men are actually frustrated the most, is the fact that you have too many good girls that have gone wild for attention. And then you have women out there that have looked at the lazy route and says, you know what? I can just use my body to get ahead. That's what we're battling in today's society. When it comes to qualifications, it's more of a psychological thing. Because in the black community, you have a lot of black men that have good jobs now. You really do. But a lot of these women that have high status, they're good on paper. They have a good resume, right? But they don't have any skills in a relationship. And I'm gonna say this like I always say, I truly believe that the black community never outgrew being breeders during slavery. I feel like the slave mindset stayed and didn't go anywhere. I believe that the DNA of B-dubs are to breed and have children with multiple dudes, just like during slavery. I just feel like the mindset has never been broken, and this is what's happening in society. Men are looking at things from a realistic point of view, but women are still caught inside of this false facade that they think is real. That's the problem. Men are just saying, hey, we want a woman, but women are saying, no, we're just gonna compete with a man. That's where the problem's at. Next video, we have Kevin Samuels who's gonna be breaking down the household. If women are ruling and running the relationships, why are men growing up weird?
That she raised. So, if the mother is the parent who's raising the children, who is responsible for making sure that she raises a higher caliber of man?
And he makes so much sense with that. If she's responsible for raising the children, who's responsible for making sure that that child is going to be high caliber, that that child is actually ready to take on the world? It has to be the woman. So now women want credit for raising their kids, but you have to stop and look at what you're raising. A lot of these guys are just like this guy right here. They're just like this. Stop and look at the average rapper. They're dressing like women. They wear their hair like women. And they're wondering why they're getting played by women. You're getting played by women because you're looking like one. You're acting like one. You're putting your hair in ponytails like one. You're dressing like one. You're doing everything that a woman does and you're still trying to be a man. That's what's going wrong here. There's no structure. You have hyenas and you have lions. You have to have a lion mindset to make it. Hyenas don't get far in life. You just learn how to complain. Next video is going to be a guy trying to help a girl out. Let's just get to it.
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am.
I have a boyfriend.
Okay, that's great. I just want to let you know that your tire's flat. Get your boyfriend to do it. Emotional, damn.
And that's how it be. That's exactly how it be. Girls be so caught up in themselves sometimes. They think every time a man says something to them that they're trying to hit on them. Well, you have to realize it can't be true. Like, I'm not going to sit here and try to make up a story. Women do go through that. Women do go through the fact that they may have a lot of guys trying to get with them, which is why they snap and do things like that, because there initially it's just a reaction. Yes, you do have women, but you see how fast she flipped the script? So women can be indulged into themselves the more that they are indulged into the cell phone. You have to realize women don't get talked to as much in real life as they do on the internet, because in real life, most men are intimidated by women. It's that simple. A man would see a beautiful woman online and send her 100 messages a day till he get a response. But that same man would see that same woman in real life and would be afraid to approach her because he would be afraid of rejection, or he'll feel maybe she has a boyfriend, or maybe she's in a higher status than him and he doesn't even stand a chance. The moral of the story here is dating's messed up. This is Anthony Spade. Hopefully you guys are able to get the message behind the video. Comment, like, subscribe to both of my channels. Hasta la vista.